What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, working on the truck again. I love working on the truck, getting things squared away, fixed up, turned around, changed, whatever suits my fancy, I guess. The headlights in this truck are horrible. Maybe it's just the bulbs need replaced because they're old, but the lenses are also in dire need of some help. So they're pretty bad, and they're not in there very well either. I don't know how they were installed or who installed them, but then we also have things like this that, they're just in horrible shape. So is that one? No, that one's good. I'm going to go through and take the headlights out because I got, this is for a later project, a headlight kit off Amazon, factory orange, and come on, get in there. The lower and upper lights are more toward the factory side than this. So, I do like the way that the factory headlights look, so I'm going to go back to it, hopefully. This kit says that it fits my truck. So we will see. We got some, I think these are the lowers, and these are the uppers. Yeah, because the uppers have the bracket on the back of them already. So those are the uppers. We got 4 of these for the corners. Yeah, there's 4. And so we're going to go about changing out the messed up, not very bright headlights. I don't know, like I said, it could just be they need new bulbs, so I might end up having to replace the bulbs too, but we're going to start with getting rid of the cracked and messed up lenses. Let's start on the left side over here. First thing you want to do is go ahead and take these 4 screws out, holding this side in over here. Huh. Okay, 3 of these are the same, and one of them is an interior screw. And that adds up. So I'm pretty sure that these 3 that look like this are all supposed to be out here. This is an interior trim piece screw. See how it's got the washer around the top edge? So, yeah. Hopefully this new kit came with some screws. Alright, so I'm going to get one of these lights out of the packaging so we can take a look at the difference. So they basically are factory style replacements to put back in there. I definitely like the lighter color better. And I think it'll make the front of the truck pop a little more as well. These feel cheap, so do these. I don't know if they'll last, but as long as they don't start delaminating like these have, should be better. And I think these will, because these are what is it called, darkened tint to them to make them kind of more blacked out. But I want to be able to see when I'm driving down the road. So yeah, definitely happy with the way these look. Looks like the back is designed a little differently. The positioning of the little tab is in a different spot. But either way, This one's actually the left-hand one, it says. There's an L right there for left, I guess. So this one must be a driver's side door one. Maybe that's why it looks different. Or driver's side light. Sorry. This must be the driver's side light, and this is the passenger side light. Alright, I went and got the other one. And it's the same thing. This one says R on it, though. And it has, you know, it's the same style, just bright and not dark. Alright, they're all the same screw this time. This bulb right here, can you see it? Oh, come on. I guess I'll let it dangle. Yeah, you can see it. This bulb right here is barely even in there. I don't know if it just wasn't seated correctly or just doesn't fit well. But it definitely, it's not broken. Poor design, maybe? Oh, it's missing the weather stripping. There's a weather stripping seal around these, and this side's missing it. Have to see what I can do about that. But light number 2 off. Now, I've never actually done this before. My understanding is that at this point, we need to get, there's a screw here. This needs to be unscrewed. This one normally would be unscrewed, but it's missing. And then there's a screw here that needs to come out, which is loose. Oh, because it's broken. The plastic is broken right there. So I'll probably put that screw in the non-broken hole right here. And then this one and this one need to come off. And then the front grille should come off of the truck. So let's make that happen. I think they're 6.5 or 7 millimeter screws. All right, 7 millimeters gets this off. Yep, same thing there. Well, that's not a 7 millimeter. 7/32. Alright, so I got all 4 of those out. Does this grill want to come off? I'm going to tuck these wiring harnesses for these amber bulbs in here. Let's change your position a little bit. Alright, so you got to get the bulbs out of the corner pieces. Probably should have waited to take those long ones out until the bumper was, or the front was off of it. Those long ones were what was holding the headlights in, and they just tried to fall out on me. So let's go ahead and get these detached. So there's the the old I don't even know if you could sand that and clean it up. I think that's the whatever coating they put on the lights to make them smoked out or grayed out or whatever. You know, it's a smoke effect or whatever. I think that's that coating to make them look smoky. If you tried to polish them out or clean them up, they'd probably just, well, not look good. Cool, so the new headlights, the main ones, came with the new rods and new backing plates. So that backing plate right there, I'm going to take it off to put the new one on. And honestly, based on the way this plate looks, the bolt holes are down here. I don't even have to take these rods right here. I don't even have to take those rods out to remount this headlight up. I just have to make sure that the wiring harness is ran through it before I do it. I think somebody had something additional. I think there was something stabbed onto this light, because there's those stupid clips that you can use that you crimp onto an existing wire, and it basically gives you access to the power going through that wire. And there's one here and one here that are cut off and taped up. Well, one of them's taped up at least. Okay, the other side has a similar situation going on, only there's only one of those things over here crimped onto it, not two. So I don't know what the deal is. Obviously I won't be using that, but I don't know. Let's get to tearing this apart. Those look like 10mm bolts. Yes, they are. I need my impact. Alright, there's one off. Let's go ahead and get the bulbs put in. Oh, there's a plastic coating over the holes, so I need to get that plastic coating off. Alright, one of them came off kind of easy, the other one did not. Alright, so this is the dilemma I'm running into right now. So this mounting plate looks like it's going to fit, right? But then right here, this bar going across here prevents it from lining up with that hole. The other one that was on here does not have that bar across there. It's just flat. And I do believe that this light should fit in this housing. So I guess I'm going to take the light bulbs back out and remount the old housing on there, and then mount the new lights to the old housing. I don't know why they would put that on there. I mean, it said this light set was specifically designed for the, like, I think it was 96 or 95 Chevy K1500 all the way up through 99. And this is a 97, so it should fit. However, it does not. So I could either cut that off there or just put this one back on. And there's nothing wrong with this one. It's not broken. So guess this one's going back on. Alright, the switch has been made. This is supposed to be up here, I believe. I'm sure that's supposed to be up there like that. Yeah. Anyway, the switch has been made for the headlight brackets. So the old bracket is back on. The new light fits just fine into the old bracket. I did already plug in the wiring harness for the light bulb, for the headlights, for both of them. I'm going to leave this plastic wrap on here until I get the bumper on, or the grill on. That way I don't mess anything up. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Oh, and something else that I noticed, and I did not do this, but apparently there is a screw right here. Is it loose? Yeah, it's loose. There's a screw right here in the middle that attaches right here on the bumper to help hold the center of the bumper in. I did not break that. I did not pull very hard. Much like I did not break that, it was already busted off. So I'm going to go ahead and finish putting it back together. I'll get this other headlight out. It's going to be the same thing as this side, only instead of taking the bracket off this time, I'll leave the bracket. Actually, the bracket's already ready for the new headlight, so I'll get the bulbs out, get the new headlight installed, and we'll start working on getting everything else put back on it. So I will bring you back after I get this headlight replaced. So I've almost got the new headlight into the old bracket, but something I wanted to bring up is apparently whoever put those old smoked headlights in here, put these brackets on here, this wire for this headlight was not ran through that opening right there. So when this was in the old headlight, it was actually putting negative bad pressure on the connectors for the light. So I went ahead and I had to remove these nuts, or these bolts right here on the bottom, and loosen the top to pull this plate out a little bit and slip this through here. The other thing to think about is whenever you're messing with these, do not touch the glass filament on the outside of the bulb. The oils from your fingers and or grease that's on your hands from doing this job can actually cause the bulb to burn out prematurely, and you have to get a new bulb sooner. So don't touch the bulbs. If you do happen to touch them, get a clean, dry rag of some sort and wipe the outside glass casing off. Don't use any kind of cleaners. Just wipe it off with like a brand new microfiber towel. So one that's never been used on anything, doesn't have any oils or anything in it, just go ahead and use that and wipe the bulbs off. If not, you'll burn them out prematurely. So I'm going to finish putting this back together. I just wanted to go over that. I did the same thing on the other side. The other side was the same way. The light bulb for the light on this side was not behind the bracket, so it is now routed right there up through the back of the bracket instead of just stabbed in there the way it was. So of course I didn't notice that I did this, but there we go. All right, now that's the way it's supposed to look. I'm glad I went to show you. I didn't notice that I had kinked up that line. All right, back to putting this one together. I know it's probably stupid, but all of this dirt that's along the edge of this part of the bumper, well, I went ahead and cleaned it off over here. I'm going to clean the other side too. Just wanted to show you what it looked like beforehand. So I just used one of the microfiber towels that was already dirty and just started wiping, and so it went from looking like that to looking like that. But I'm going to clean it up real quick because, well, why not? I'm here, and it's not like it's going to take forever to do. It took me like 2 minutes to clean the other side. So I'm going to clean this side off too, and then start putting the bumper back on. Actually, I got to get these side marker pieces off of here and get the new ones put on. So I'm taking the side marker lights off, and I see why this one was loose on the passenger side, because one of the little, it's like a nut but not, it's like a self-threading nut. When you thread it onto plastic, it makes its own threads and grabs hold of whatever you're threading onto. This one is missing at the top, therefore it is loose. So I'm going to have to try to figure out something to do with that. I might see if I can just put a regular nut that's big enough on there and just get it to thread in and hold, because I don't have one of those. So I already got the other side off. Those are the 4 for the other side. This is passenger side. I'm going to get these ones off. They come off real easy. Very little pressure needed to get them off. And once they get backed off just a little bit, they just fall off. See? Can do it with one hand without even holding the grill. This one's not even tight. And just like that, both lights are done. So I have all the new amber lights installed. This is how they come, with a smooth shaft, and then you thread those nuts on there and it creates its own threads. Go on, camera. Creates its own threads whenever you do. So it goes from looking like that to looking like that. And since I don't have one of these on this side, first of all I made sure to put the missing one up here on the non-light reflector section, and then I tightened this down pretty good. This isn't loose at all on the other side, so it should be fine as long as that one doesn't come off. But this is what we look like now. Back to the factory orange amber look or whatever. So I'm gonna start putting that back on there, and then we'll get these other headlights installed, or these other amber lights here installed in there too, and go about the day, man. It's almost done. All right, so that's the grill put back on. There are apparently locking tabs right here that are no longer locking this side of the grill in on either side. I don't know what the deal is, if there's some kind of clip or something missing, and I did not obviously clean that because it's very dirty. But these two are in, and I was going to put this screw in that hole, but there's nothing back there to put it in. The clip is missing, so I won't be doing that. Anyway, only thing left to do now is put these lights in for the turn signals, and then try to re-angle these headlights. And the way you do that is right down there, that screw. Oh, come on, focus. I'm trying to get the camera and the light down there. But that screw and that screw down right down there, that one, are used to adjust the angle of the headlights. Is there another one over here too? No, that's just it. So those two allow you to adjust the angle of the headlights. I think mostly this one right here, that one is the one that would allow the most adjustment for pulling it in and out. So I'm going to get these lower amber turn signal bulbs installed, and then see where the lights are actually aiming at. So for this light bulb, I noticed that the little weather stripping is missing from around this one, and I don't just have light bulb weather stripping for a 97 freaking Silverado laying around. But what I do have is this weather stripping. And so what I did was I cut off a section of it, and then I cut that section in half down the middle, making it half as thick. And then I took that section and I cut that in half down this middle, making it that thin. And I'm hoping that'll be enough. And it's sticky on the other side, so it's stuck to that. So I'm going to take one of these pieces and try to wrap it around the outside edge of that bulb to give it some kind of a weather sealant protection, keep rain and water and snow and stuff from getting in there. And we'll see how that goes. Well, that's the end result of sticking the foam in there. That's got to be better than nothing, right? Hopefully it'll make it stay a little bit better too. Whenever I took this bulb out of the light, it was very loose and floppy in there. So hopefully that will secure that in there pretty good and make it to where it works better. Alright, not bad. It's definitely not loose and floppy in there anymore. And I can see the foam on the edges. So it should hopefully help to protect from rain or whatever getting in there. And keep it dry. Yeah, I guess only time will tell. Alright, there it is. That's the finished product. Like I said, they're pretty close to being the factory style headlights. And the orange markers, obviously, versus that smoked look that it had before. What I really hope is that the headlights are brighter now than they were, because it was kind of scary. I mean, there's the regular headlights and the orange ones. Let's start the truck up. Side marker's working. That side marker's not working. Well, gonna have to take that back apart, get in there and replace the side marker. What about the brights? Yeah, both brights are working. Guess I'll just have to wait until dark to take it out on the road and check and see how much brighter it is, and also like the direction that they're facing, because honestly I think more than, dang it, I forgot to turn the headlights off. So used to my car being automatic, the Sebring is all automatic headlights and stuff. But I think this one is probably pointing a little bit that way, and so is that one. It's pointing a little bit that way. So they're both, I think, pointing outward away from the truck. So I'll have to see. Tonight I'll turn the truck on, I'll lower the garage door, and I'll just see where they're pointing at. I'll set the truck back, I think it's probably about 5 feet or so, and see where they're pointing at. They should be fairly straight in front of you, if not a little bit off to the right, I believe. That way they're not aimed into other drivers' faces when you're driving down the road, but still pretty much straightforward. So I think that's going to be it though. But the overall look, I definitely prefer the way that looks over that smoky look.